Hello everybody and welcome back to MissildineOnline Pokemon FireRed episode 20.5. This is Cycling Road. We're going to tackle that in its entirety today. If you haven't already, you can check out the video that is Silence Bridge. You can find that as well on the channel and in this playlist. First up, we are going to go ahead and talk to Snorlax right here and play the Poke Flute that we got at Pokemon Tower from Mr. Fuji. The reason why we even went to Pokemon Tower. And let's take a look at Snorlax. Snorlax is a pure normal type Pokemon and in my mind is a pure pseudo-legendary Pokemon. There's only two in the entire game. Most legendaries there's only one. However, his stats are through the roof in a lot of different things. Definitely not his speed or defense, but definitely in his health, attack, and special defense. He is a wall like no other. However, it is worth mentioning that if Snorlax is even breathed upon by a fighting type Pokemon, he will take a ton of damage. A Pikachu alone with the attack Brick Break was able to bring him down about a quarter of his health. That is tremendous. But if you don't have a good special wall on your team, I highly recommend picking up a Snorlax right here. They are powerhouses of Generation 1. Let's jump into the actual combat against Snorlax here and try to see if we can capture ourselves our second Snorlax. Now, he was able to take down our Pikachu almost immediately. We're going to go ahead and attempt to take him down with our beautiful Bahamut. Luckily, we can see that 2 flamethrowers brings him down to about a little fraction of health, which is perfect for us. And there we go. We caught Snorlax. We are going to name him Goose with 2 U's because we already caught 1 Goose. So this is our second Goose. Right there, right where Snorlax was, we can use an item finder and that will give us the item leftovers, which we did get in the other episode as well, so now we actually have 2 leftovers, which is very useful. You have to use the item finder in that exact spot, and you have to use the item finder. Right here, we can find another aide who will give us an amulet coin if we have gathered 40 kinds of Pokemon, which we have. The amulet coin doubles the amount of items that we get, or amount of money that we get from Pokemon trainers. So we're going to go ahead, go look at that real quick right now. As you can see, an item that we have to give to a Pokemon. So this Pokemon has to do battle. So we're going to give it to Poseidon, and then we are going to move on with our lives. I talked to those kids. Those kids don't really say anything, except that they're riding a bike. Here we go, this is Cycling Road. Cycling Road is full of trainers that have poison-type Pokemon. Now, unfortunately for us, we have already seen most of these Pokemon. Of course, there is some fighting here to prove me wrong, so they do have fighting types and poison types. Most bikers usually have those types. We are able to learn Aurora Beam now on Poseidon at level 36. We're not going to do that, though. We're just going to cut away and not even worry about it. Poseidon already has Ice Beam, so I just don't think that there's a reason to teach him a lower based ice move. Ice Beam is just too spectacular. No reason to have Aura Beam. So we will go ahead, take down all of these Weezings, and obviously you'll notice that we are getting a ton of money from these battles, and I'll show that real quick right here. It's worth mentioning that Luna's Seismic Toss is really good for Weezings and stuff like that. It takes out a base amount of damage, so you don't actually have to use any special attacks, really. So the same rules apply as they did with Silent Bridge. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I possibly can. So let's take a look at the new Pokemon that we can find on this route. This route including Cycling Road in its entirety. There are only 2 new Pokemon, and they are evolved forms of Pokemon that we have already seen in the past. So the first one that we will look at is number 20 in the Pokedex, that is Raticate. Raticate is another pure normal type Pokemon. It evolves from Rattata at level 20, so if you didn't already evolve a Rattata that you could have found in Pallet Town, you can now pick one up just to fill your Pokedex. Don't put one on your team. There's literally no reason. It does have moves like Hyper Fang, which is pretty dramatically powerful at this stage of the game, but I just can't recommend Raticate. Seriously. Just don't. Just don't! Unless you really like Raticate, which... What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, viewer? The other new Pokemon that you can find on this route is number 22 in the Pokedex, and that is Fearow. Fearow evolves from Spearow at level 20 and is a normal flying type Pokemon. Its stats are pretty decent with a speed of 100 and an attack of 90. I do consider Fearow to be a bit better than Pidgeot, but I do not consider it to be better than Dodrio. So if you didn't pick up a Doduo, go ahead and pick up a Fearow now if you really need a flying type, and make use of that HM that you picked up right outside Celadon. I think it's pretty clear that these Pokemon in Cycling Road isn't the best. I would actually prefer taking just Silent Bridge, but because you guys want to see all the trainers, and as well, just for completion's sake, I will do Cycling Road. Cycling Road is much faster than Silence Bridge. I just prefer Silence Bridge. There is our first look at Machamp, which is a pure fighting type Pokemon. Massively strong fighting type Pokemon. We were able to take him down though with our Vaporeon, Poseidon, because Poseidon is an incredible beast who I love very much. We also got that frozen hack before, which is super nice. Now there are items, by the way, on Cycling Road that are incredibly hard to get, so you're going to see us taking a very long time to actually be able to get those. Now I'm kind of stuck using Quick Attack here. Our Poseidon is probably going to die, which is too bad. I'm going to go ahead and use a Hyper Potion on Poseidon just to bring it back up. Now, it's not going to have Ice Beam or anything like that. I should have used an Ether as well, but I didn't. Again, we're going to be facing a Primeape here, which is the evolved form of Mankey. I think that's the first time we've seen one of those as well. But not a huge problem. We'll be able to take down those bikers with no issue whatsoever. But again, the items that are on this route are very hard to actually get. You have to use your item finder and then actually like click the button at the same time. It's probably a bit easier on an actual Game Boy than it is using an emulator, but I can't believe it, but we somehow took down that muck with 4 health. We didn't get hit once by it. So that sign says watch out for discarded items. Interesting stuff. So I'm gonna look for those items by using the item finder. It takes a little bit for me to realize, hey, you know what? There's actually, oh my god, how many times are we gonna read that sign? There's actually one right here. Good thing that sign said something, right? So if we look, see how, like, hard it is, because you're constantly going down on Cycling Road. So there is an item here. It's actually right in this area. It's gonna take us a long time to get. It's worth mentioning, though, that these items are seriously worth it. All of the items that are on Cycling Road are pretty good items. Right there, it's a full restore, so we actually got it. We were sitting on the spot. So there is another item on the other side of this water that we want to get. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to cross that water just yet, which we will be getting very soon. But we're gonna go up here and try to see if we can actually find this item, which we, spoiler alert, are able to do, and I believe it's a PP up, if I'm not entirely mistaken. We're gonna keep looking for it. Again, this is super hard to get. I apologize that it's taking so long, but I want to show you kind of exactly where it is, so that you can try to get it if you are playing along with Pokemon FireRed, which if you are, I'm sorry that these videos have been taking so long. There we go, PP up, got it. PP ups are definitely worth the time investment of looking for that item. Just no ends about it. There, we will go ahead and take down another Mankey. All right, we finally went down, but at least we got the double. Luna is a normal type Pokemon, so it was stupid of me to send Luna out against that Machamp, but at least we did it. And we still got the double money, which is what I was trying to say before. So we're gonna go ahead and use Thrash, just because why not? Unfortunately, these enemies are super defensive physically, so using Thrash isn't a good idea, but you know, Topher will take him down no problem, because Topher is Grace. Do you get that reference? Right there, we can find a Max Revive. That one was actually super easy to find. If I'm not mistaken, though, I believe that is the last item here on Cycling Road. God, I hope I'm right. I'm not right. There's one more. It takes forever to actually get these items. Maybe it's because I'm bad at the game. Maybe I'm bad at Pokemon. Oh my god, am I bad at Pokemon? No, I'm not. So we can go ahead and take down these Pokemon, no problemo. We'll hit level 36 on Topher, which is beautiful. Look at those critical hits. I love how we're using a peck against Coughings and Wheezings. Like, okay. We're a Nidoking, and we're pecking. I don't like it. So we can get out of here. Right down here is our final item. This one is going to take us a very long way to get, just because of how this is positioned. We can't really do anything. So you're going to see me take a long time to actually get this item. We're trying to get it. It's literally right next to the sign, but we can't really get it because of the way that this is designed. So you roll down until you get to that spot, and then you stop rolling down. So actually going up right there is impossible. There we go, we got a Max Elixir. Perfect. Max Elixirs are definitely worth getting. That restores the PP of all of your moves. And finally, we are done with Cycling Road, to an extent. And we can go inside here and talk to this guy, who has a trade, an in-game trade. He's looking for a Golduck for a Lickitung. We will go over that trade in a later video. We're not going to do that right now because unfortunately we do not have a Golduck or access to a Golduck at the moment. But that is a trade that we will be taking advantage of to fill our Pokedex. These are the last few trainers that we can fight before getting to our final destination, which is, of course, Fuchsia City. So we will go ahead, use Rock Slide to take down all of these flying types. We can take down that Fearow. Is that the first time that we've seen a Fearow in-game? It is if you haven't watched the Silent Bridge episode, which is episode 20. This is 20.5. Right here, we will go ahead and take down this Spearow. And that Fearow. It's just so easy. Just so easy. And there's no items here whatsoever, so we will go ahead and finish this guy off. And he has one Pokemon, and it's a Dodrio. One of my favorite normal flying types, if you don't already know. And if you don't have one and you don't have a flying type, pick it up. Pick up a Doduo. So good. And that is it for all of the trainers that we can fight on our way here to Cycling Road. Don't forget, everybody, to drop a like on this video if you liked it. The more likes, the better for me. Please do it. Please do it. I love you. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And remember, never give up. Never surrender. Safari Zone video coming soon.